Barakallahu fiqh. Shaykh Islam Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah ta'ala, he said that a person who tells the people to fear Allah and he tells the people to avoid disobeying Allah, i.e. he enjoins the good and forbids the evil, but he himself is a sinner. He makes sins and he makes mistakes and he becomes hypocritical. He says that the shaitan could trick him and fool him. And that is because right now you have two obligations in Islam. The first obligation is to be pious and righteous yourself. And the second obligation is to enjoin the good and forbid the evil. So let's say a person has to fall into violating one of these two obligations. Does it make sense for him to lose one or to lose two? Makes the most sense to do what? Without a question. So Ibn Taymiyyah, he says the one who doesn't tell the people to enjoy the good, he doesn't enjoy the good and forbid the evil, just because he's hypocritical himself, he says he's now fallen into double sin. He's now fallen into double sin. So Allah could forgive you for being hypocritical, but at least you knew what was right and wrong. At least you felt that you could try to save your brothers and help your brothers and warn them, instead of you yourself becoming lost, abandoning yourself, and also abandoning your brothers. Look at this fiqh. Fiqh alim jiddan. Think about it. The lesser of the two evils. So just because you're making a sin, you may have an addiction or a substance or a problem that you're addicted to, that Allah has kept away from people's eyes. He has screened the people from seeing your personal weakness. That in itself is a blessing. And it doesn't mean that you should stop teaching and enjoining the good and forbidding the evil. Because perhaps one day you give a khutbah, you give a lesson, you teach someone, and you feel so guilty and so shameful for being hypocritical, it'll cause you to stop. Perhaps. Everyone understand this? But if you quit and you give up, what's the chances if you stop making this major sin that you do daily? What's the chances, Lord? Slim to none. But perhaps Allah will give you mercy just out of the sheer benefit of the ilm and teaching ilm. As Anas radiallahu anhu narrated in Jami' at-Tirmidhi, that a man in the time of the Prophet ﷺ was working and earning money, right? And he took care of his brother. And he went to the Prophet ﷺ and he says to my brother, it's just, freeload off of me. I do all of the work. He benefits from my hard work because he's sitting with you and learning from you. What did the Prophet ﷺ tell him? He says, لَعَلَّكَ تُرْزَقُ بِسَبِبِهِ. He says, maybe Allah is giving you money because of him. Maybe Allah is giving you wealth because of him seeking ilm. So Allah could maybe save you. We know He can. If He wishes, He has the ability to do that. But I'm saying Allah may choose to save you. He may give you that divine support that you need to stop that sin because of the barakah of ilm. And the barakah of teaching ilm and spreading ilm. And do we realize, brothers, that when you do a class, do you know how many people may be making dua for you? These people making dua for you, they may be righteous, pious Muslims that don't have the sin that you're making. Their dua may be answered by Allah. Allah could save you. Allah could protect you from the sheer beauty of ilm. So just stop and think about those words. And do not allow the shaitan to totally trick you and trap you and get you to leave off of both. But at the same time, it's unbefitting for you to tell the people to fear Allah and you yourself don't fear Him. It's unbefitting. And there's a hadith about that. Osama ibn Zayd narrated in Sahih, that there will be a man in the fire of hell. And his intestines, his guts, will be falling out of his abdomen. And he will walk around, circumambulating, walking around like a donkey does around a flour mill. And the people of the hellfire will congregate and they will surround him. And they say, Ma laka ya fulan, i.e., what are you doing here? Right? It's a reality. A Muslim's in a club and he sees somebody, what are you doing here? I'm supposed to be here, but what? This is what this hadith is saying. This is what hadith is saying. Not you. You're not supposed to be here. Didn't you tell us this? Didn't you teach us? Didn't you? And we all know what the man will say. I used to tell you to do it, but I didn't do it myself. Etc. to the end of the hadith. So it's dangerous. كَبُرَ مَقْتًا عِنْدَ اللَّهِ أَن تَقُولُوا مَا لَا تَفْعَلُونَ. Allah says that Allah hates this and abhors this. For you to say what you don't do. You don't practice what you preach. So that's a major sin. No question. But it's also a sin to leave off what I just explained. So keep fighting yourself. Keep battling. Don't give up. Don't quit. And if you have the desire to teach, that's a blessing from Allah. So keep teaching, keep studying, keep spreading the ilm, and try to work on yourself. Subhanahu wa ta'ala. And what's important is you can't lose if you stay on the path. Even if you keep making a sin, but you keep making tawbah, you keep trying, you keep feeling bad for yourself, bi'idhnillah, you'll be upon good until death comes to you. That's the best advice I think that can be given on the situation, and Allah surely knows best. Allah Azza wa Jal is the Most High. وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على عبده ورسوله نبينا وإمامنا محمد جزاكم الله خيرا.